What's up, guys? It's Ken and Christie. It's Monday evening, sitting here with our cat, Samson. Say hello.
Sammy.
This is my anti-stress kitty. She calms me down every night. So it's been an awesome day today. If you are watching our videos today, you'll know that we did 9 bikes today, significant, real high-end, vintage motocross bikes. But before I start talking about that, I wanted to talk about the Thanksgiving season here. I can see in the background, our wreath is up for the holidays. And
we never took it down.
It's been there since last year, for real. So, in any event, I wanted to talk about Thanksgiving and the holiday season, and just my gratitude for all you guys out there in YouTube land who are watching, and all our supporters. And I guess I'll start with this: the American Patriots Bible, the Patriot Riders MC, which is all military guys. That a lot of decorated military guys that came up and they gave me this Bible, which is awesome. I love it. And also this coin that they say they only usually give to military people, but they felt that I had earned it for what I'd done in Rockville and in the military. In the motorcycle industry. So, and then I got a letter here from, stick with me, because I got some really cool stuff to talk about, recap what happened this year and what we're going to do next year. And Samson will entertain you a little bit. So this is a letter here from Norm Tessier that he had sent us. His son used to race motocross with me back in the 80s. And he gave me a CZ decal, a big one, which Friday night I actually put it on the front door of the museum to honor, his donation and to the museum. It was like a letter thanking me for what we're doing with the industry. And then I got another one right here from the Tad Eccleston, who a friend of ours from Maryland, who sent a book. He knows we have a library for the museum. He sent a actual really cool old chopper book. And the people that have stepped up to help us out over the years are too many to count. There's just too many people that have stepped up and helped us out. I wrote down a few of them so I wouldn't forget, but Paul Buckley just came to the Racers Reunion. He gave us 4 2 foot by 3 foot posters of the 3 guys that we inducted into the New England Hall of Fame. We just had the Racers Reunion, if you've been following us on that. And Clint Lauren from the Canadian Border, Thousand Islands Harley owner group, he donated earlier this year the largest collection of memorabilia, Harley memorabilia I've ever seen. The whole museum, every room in the museum has some stuff from his collection, and also his XR 1200 is there. He asked us to do a video for it. The video is coming out. Ironically, we got another XR 1200. So Junior and I rode twin XR 1200s, and Corey followed us on his Hot Rod Dyna FX DXT, and that video is coming out in a couple days, which should be really cool. So Jeff Castine from All Sport Cycles donated a whole bunch of Evel Knievel memorabilia. His dad was known as the Godfather
Yes.
for Evel Knievel. He hung out with Evel Knievel, and he was a badass dude. And Jeff is one of the best mechanics I've had the pleasure of working with. He's fixed, I think, 25 or 30 of our bikes this year.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
There's 10 bikes.
He's something else.
He's an amazing tech. There's 10. We're going up after Thanksgiving to see him. Jeff hooked us up with some really cool stuff. Jimmy Laurinaitis' family, one of our volunteers. Can you tell her? Yeah, his folks gave us an Easy Rider poster to put on the museum wall. I mean, a lot of my jackets that I wear, a lot of the gear that I wear, a lot of the helmets, the XR 1200 helmet was donated by Clint. A lot of the motorcycles in the museum are loaned to the museum. And it's Thanksgiving, and I want to say thank you for everyone who watches our channel and supports us and comes to our events and has donated stuff to the museum. And so many volunteers, Carl and his wife, and Heidi Hollerick, and Mark Vesco, and Jimmy. Just so many people have stepped up and donated their time, their talent, and their treasure to the museum. It's just, it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. Some people think you're a madman. What do you think you're, building the ark here or something like that? So sometimes I feel like Noah building the ark with this place where if I lost my mind, I invested every red cent I had, sold most of my construction company stuff, liquidated all of my assets, and borrowed $4 million and invested $7.3 million into resurrecting an old factory, which ironically Christie's grandmother worked in.
I know.
And who else worked there?
My dad, my mom, me.
And who
now
else?
my daughter volunteers on events.
4 generations of our family has stepped up to help out. So thank you, everybody, for supporting us. Happy Thanksgiving. And a recap of the year. Last October, Christy and I went to Biketoberfest in Daytona.
Yeah.
We went to a lot of events to support the support we love and to promote it both on our channel and on Facebook and Instagram, which I don't really know how to use. My daughter does that, but I just do Facebook and YouTube. We did Biketoberfest. We went to Daytona. We spent 10 days in Daytona.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You might have seen some of the videos from there. The Main Street video, it got like 150,000 views. We went to Americade.
Americade was absolutely gorgeous.
It was amazing. We rode up there.
Really nice up there.
We're
Beautiful.
actually going to film a show at Americade, but stay tuned for more on that later.
Yeah.
We went to Laconia.
Laconia.
Yep, we went up there and hung out with some of our friends up there, and got to ride with the Hells Angels and some other friends of ours up there, and we camped out at the racetrack and just had an awesome time. Then we went to the Southwick National. We went to the Unadilla National.
Unadilla.
Then we went to Mid Ohio, which was
my favorite.
Yeah, the vintage motorcycle event, the biggest one of the year. It's like if you haven't been to Mid Ohio, you haven't lived. If you love motorcycles, you got to go to Mid Ohio.
It's so much fun. And it's for the whole family.
Picture Laconia, but with dirt bikes, and everybody from 4-year-olds on PW50s to great grandparents riding DT 175s.
You see everything riding by, not even bikes, bar stools.
Mid Ohio is the bomb.
You just never know what's going to go by.
We went to the New London Bike Blessing.
Yeah.
We went to Brit Jam. We were a vendor at Brit Jam this year. I was at the Italian Motorcycle Owner Club event. And then we did the 500 shootout, which if you saw that, we rented the Southwick track. We had a reality show production crew, Hangar 56, sent out a guy from California, from Hollywood, to film us, which was awesome, and help us with that video. We did, what else did we did? We did the No Tolls rally.
The No Tolls rally, yeah.
The one of the guys running for governor asked us to support the No Tolls rally and to get some of the MCs involved. So the Hells Angels in Hartford rode in first, along with motorcycles and 6 or 7 other MCs and the Moose Riders, a bunch of RCs, and a bunch of independent riders. Over 100 bikes rode in to the Capitol to support the rally. We've been to the J-Day off-road events, the Munson Hill Climb. Yeah. I'm a big hill climbing fan. Matter of fact, if you watch that video, the Munson Hill Climb, we my first experience when I was a little kid, I can remember at a dirt bike event, was the Munson Hill Climb with my dad. And it just had a huge impression on me, and one of the reasons I'm probably addicted to motorcycles. And also the Christmas when I got the Yamaha GT80 when I was 6 years old, that was a big part. So that video got like 387,000 views. The Munson Hill Climb video, more than any other video they ever had there. So, and that was just I show up with my cell phone and shot, the film, and unedited, just like this is going to be unedited because I don't know how to edit. I bought the software and I'm too stupid to do it. So I got to cancel the subscription to Adobe because there's no way on God's green earth I'm going to figure it out. So I'll leave the video editing up to Junior and Hanger.
He's the pro.
Yeah, he is. So we did the Stafford rally, right?
Yeah.
We went to the Moto Yard at the Pachicos.
Yes, that was a great time.
If you saw that video, Kenny did that. It was a highly edited video. The Moto Yard event, actually, we nominated Nikki Pacheco, Derek's wife. Ironically, Kenny's dating their daughter, has been for about a year. We voted her as the Moto Mom of the Year because all her kids are championship racers and her husband's a championship racer, and they've dedicated their lives to their race team, and they're sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. They're big time in the off-road stuff. So what else did we have? We had the Haunted Museum. What we tried to do, we spent a great deal of time and money along with some friends that were trying to help us do it. And we couldn't get the permit. The town wouldn't approve it. Matter of fact, we got the permit 2 days after Halloween, but we were going to do a haunted museum walk. That kind of failed, unfortunately. So we added it up, and roughly, and I know we left some events out, in the last 8 months, we spent over 2 full months, over 60 days at motorcycle events. And if we weren't there, we were out buying motorcycles. And if we weren't out buying motorcycles, we were working on them at the museum or working on the buildings, which is another huge responsibility we have. But the events we had at the museum, we started off with Rockstock, which is a 3-day event. We actually had on contract, we have a local guy who helps us out with the talent. We had on contract 81 bands this year to play at the museum. We wanted to entertain people, not just motorcyclists. The bikers who did show up, we wanted to make sure that they had a good time. So 81 bands, 50 of those bands ended up playing. We had a 10-week period where we got rained out quite a bit earlier in the year, which really stunk, but we got in quite a few shows. Rockstock, we had 12 bands over 4 days, which was huge. It was like a Woodstock, play on Woodstock. It was the 50th anniversary of Woodstock. 50th anniversary of the Easy Riders,
Yeah.
and we